Someone's just getting started on social media and they're only getting 12 likes and 16 likes and they feel like, well, Johnny or Rebecca sees that I only got 12 likes and they feel weird about that. What would you say when they're first, like you used to get your first few views and now you've got tens of millions of views. Walk us through that first phase.
You still suck.
I love it. That's it. Next question.
Like sometimes people come in and be like, Gary, fuck you, Gary. Like I've been doing it for 7 years and I have 1,800 followers and get 2 likes. I'm like, bro, you suck. And I don't say that to razz him. I'm like, not that social doesn't work, because there's billions of examples of it working. It's that you haven't found it. Like what you're doing isn't resonating with the world, and that's on you to either not, and this is a real one, not care because you like doing it and fuck it. You got your 1,700 followers and you're fucking living. Or if you want something else, you've got to change it. You got to change the creative format. You've got to change the way you present. You've got to change, maybe you shouldn't be in the content, you should be behind the scenes. There could be a million reasons, but you shouldn't dwell on where you're at. Again, back to health and fitness, what I was doing in the gym 10 years ago is very different than what I'm doing now. That shit in the first month was disastrous. Like 8 atrocious push-ups. You know what I mean? I don't do that anymore because I put in the fucking work and I put in the time. And so I think that a lot of people need to realize where they are on the journey. And I do think people give up too soon because the first year didn't go well and they don't realize that they're just starting. It's about reps. And I think, again, this all goes into the mindset shit that I'm most fascinated about. Most of the shit that everyone here is not achieving isn't based on them not knowing the tactics. The tactics are available for free. You can go Google and YouTube everything. They're free. The mindset that stops one from doing it is the thing I'm most fascinated by, especially in entrepreneur land. Just to remind everybody, what we all do for a living, you're basically losing all the time. This journey of building shit is a game of micro losing all the time. And if you get really good at micro losing, you tend to macro win. And what that means is there's always little step backs. But if you take something from it and you tweak and you build and you tweak and then something else gets fucked up, it's like the whole, the boat that keeps having holes in it. You're on the boat and this thing's fucked up, you put your finger in it, you patch it up, that's fixed, but fuck, 2 things popped up over here. Everyone here is micro losing. I'm losing all the time. We lost a client this week. We lost 3 good employees that I didn't want to lose. You're constantly losing. We need to fall in love with losing. This is where I get serious about the 8th place trophy. The reason that's dangerous is we're teaching kids that losing is bad when losing is actually the best. The best fucking entrepreneurs in the world love to lose, promise. And just notice, Dan, just notice how light the claps were on that.
Yeah.
Right? Like just notice what everyone just did. There was a couple. People don't like to lose because they worry about what other people think. Whoa is right, motherfucker. People don't like to lose because they're actually worried. I don't give a fuck what you think about my losses. Not because I'm audacious or I'm mean, because it's like an athlete. Do you understand? Could you imagine an athlete stopping every time the home crowd booed? I mean, there wouldn't be a single Jets player on earth. I'm booing within the first 8 seconds of the game. Like all of you are on the fucking field. Do you understand that all of you are on the field? So it doesn't matter what your fucking mom or uncle or sister say. They're on the fucking stands eating popcorn watching you fucking play. Like, honestly, like, I talk to like friends and family, but they're like, Gary, but my mom said, look your mom in the face and say, Mom, if you don't think what I'm doing is right, fucking go show me you do something and let me look at that. Yeah. I'm not fucking worried about people's opinions that are not on the fucking field. Fuck.
So here in Salt Lake, we have a lot of people that are in the door-to-door space.
Yes.
Obviously, one of our sponsors. when you start making money early, these guys are 22, 24, 26 years old, making 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand, some of them 100 grand in a month or 200 grand in the summer. What do you say to the kids that are making money like that at 22, 24, 26, so they don't go?
Yeah, that shit scares the fucking shit out of me. Look, I mean, when you're making that kind of money at that age, like, I really get worried because I'm wondering, like, what's gonna happen? It's cliche. Going back to what we just ranted about, so many people are living their lives to impress everybody that they're gonna go take that money and buy dumb shit, right? It's gonna burn a hole in their pocket. Many of them are thoughtful and will do smart shit. Look, I think there's a million things people could do in that scenario, and I don't think anything I'm about to say is the right way. You've got to know your situation. For some of those people, they're gonna do incredible things like pay off debt for family members and remarkable things. For some of them, they are gonna buy a toy, and that's okay too. I know I talk a lot about, people buying things, and people get mad at me. They're like, no, Gary, I like this car. I'm like, if you really like it, you should be like, I buy tons of dumb shit. I buy custom jerseys of fourth string Jets players for $180. They may never play, and I buy it strictly to go to the stadium and wear the jersey to peacock that I'm the biggest Jets fan in the stadium. That's not smart, So they'll buy toys, it's all fine. I think the biggest thing is, at that young of an age, there's so much good you could be doing with that. Yeah. But the biggest thing that I think about that when I hear that from you is finding your relationship with money. One thing I think we all agree that is completely no longer talked about is saving money. That used to be like the only conversation in this 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, I literally look at Google Trends and search on social, like nobody's talking about saving money, right? And when you come into money quickly in your early 20s, a lot of times you think it's always gonna be there. And so we see a lot of people in that scenario, it comes and then it's gone, and they've already tasted having money, so now they're depressed because they're 26 and they have less at 26 than they had at 22. And so these are the things I worry about. I just think building an actual good relationship with money where there's a balance between savings, investing, buying some things to make you and your family happy, just finding a balance. Look, I know how much the world is excited about blaming social media for everything and this scenario. I'm 47 years old. Our social media Kate Moss was being blamed for shit because of her photos in a magazine and what her weight was. We're always blaming something. Marilyn Monroe was blamed, Barbie was blamed, Cindy Crawford was blamed, Kate Moss was blamed. Like, somebody's always to blame. Parents love to blame the outside. The only way to win the game that all us parents want, which is we want our kids to not get caught up in some shit, is for us to focus on building the kids' self-esteem. It's true. Like there are millions and millions and millions of young girls and boys right now going through social media, and they're not devastated by someone else's money or good looks or happiness. There's millions of them. They're the ones who were fortunate enough with either DNA or great parenting from everyone who just clapped by instilling into that child that you are good enough and these are the things you're good at. Where we lose our way sometimes is we tell these little fuckers they're good at everything, and that's delusion. Which is why we have to get rid of 8th place trophies, because they're fucking us up. You do not build self-esteem by telling your child they're great at everything. You build self-esteem by pointing out the things your kids are good at, and you pointing out the things they could work on. But once you build that self-esteem, they can deal with other people's happiness.